This is Jesse Kelly Brief. We'll start off with some happy news today. I am not in my normal high-end production studio because the powers that be have decided they're going to redo the entire studio. So a bunch of guys are up there putting in, I'm sure, fancy white marble and whatever these fancy types use. In a way, this is better for the show because when I do non-celebrity things like sit in an office, it helps me relate to you peasants. So we'll dive right into a smaller version of today's show, and we'll start out with some good news. A devastated bride has told how she spent her entire wedding night on a drip after a suspected outbreak of salmonella at a luxury hotel in Cuba. I guess this lady went and did a beach wedding in Cuba. Hours after her ceremony, she's stricken with severe diarrhea and a fever. Apparently she had to spend the rest of her honeymoon in bed. Is this not the luckiest couple in the world? The guy gets an entire vacation in Cuba without his wife bothering him the whole time. The lady, that's every bride's dream. She gets on a nice honeymoon in a beautiful resort and she doesn't gain a pound. Also, the AP has a devastating article out today as a student at Yale in the 1980s, Brett Kavanaugh, Supreme Court nominee, stayed out of the debates on campus that was going through many of them. Friends and acquaintances say he seemed more interested in basketball. People will blow this off like, hey, he was just a college kid, he wanted to watch basketball, but being an obnoxious, insufferable jerk is a major part of being in Washington, D.C. This actually may be disqualifying. And lastly, Cullen, a baby boy at 22 weeks who spent 160 days in the neonatal intensive care unit, got a full graduation ceremony when he was discharged from the hospital. That's the good news. On an even better front, he was able to outrun all the Democrats who were chasing him with a pair of forceps. Have a good one. That's all.